Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Justin Sparks from Inside the Polygon. 5:14 on the 19th of March. I'm here with my daughter, Alyssa Sparks, who's kind of sitting in and taking a look at what we're doing and has kind of a plug for her school play coming up. So right now we're looking at the current radar reflectivity and visible satellite image out of St. Louis, Missouri. We're not even going with Indianapolis or Springfield, Illinois, because there's not a lot going on. Right now you can see a pretty defined cloud base that's occurring over the Missouri and Illinois border. And with this, there have been some intermittent thunderstorms that have kind of peaked up and are kind of in a state of decay, or essentially a varied state of what's going on. If you look at this, these lines that we see up here with the kind of the hockey stick looking stuff, that gives us the relative winds. With this cloud base, there is a nice inflow of wind and moisture that's coming in that's feeding those thunderstorms. If you look over towards Indiana, it kind of looks chaotic and pretty docile, which is why if you look outside right now, the flag's laying still, the sun is out, and it's a really beautiful Sunday afternoon here in central Indiana. So what we think is going to occur, these are going to move off to the east-southeast. If you look up here, this is kind of a radar track, or a radar track of what thinks the storms are going to do, and those are fairly accurate. So despite the winds being flowing in from the south-southeast, the thunderstorm motion with this system here is to our southeast. So essentially, if we drew a line across Bloomington and point south, there's the possibility that you could see some interaction with this current system. There's no essential threat with this here for Indianapolis, west and east, and points north in Indiana. And we'll talk about what we think is going to happen a little bit later on over the night. Latest high-resolution rapid refresh model takes a look at what the numeric data suggests is going to occur. We look at this in comparison to what is reality. This is the every hour refresh, and we're an hour and a half old on this, but it's picking things up, and it also represents pretty strongly what has occurred, which is a good indicator which will occur into the future. So as we start playing this forth, this is the area of thunderstorms that we were just looking at an hour and a half ago. As I was discussing with my daughter a few minutes ago, these storms appear to be in decay, and the radar actually picks that up pretty nicely as they dive off to the southeast and die down. What's of note for us is we're getting to the early morning hours. We're going to start to see thunderstorms develop two sections. There's going to be a line of thunderstorms coming across the lake, across western Michigan on the lower peninsula, and then we'll see a secondary line of storms that are going to occur from Iowa, northeastern Iowa, across northern Illinois, and those are the storms that will have the opportunity to impact us as we move through. This is 10Z, or basically the international time. We're 4 to 5 hours behind that, and so that puts us around 5 in the morning. So in the early morning commute, we'll see an area of precipitation and the opportunity for thunderstorms that start to kind of congeal and just become a rain mess. These have the potential to produce some significant hail as they're back here. As these storms move towards the east, kind of die down, that moisture's got to come out of the clouds, and we think that there's an opportunity for hail to exist for us across central Indiana in the morning hours. We take a quick look at the latest sounding. A sounding is a look at the atmosphere from the surface all the way up to the edge of space, and what that allows us to do is look at what's the level of free convection, or where thunderstorms can form, what is our temperature, our dew point, what are the wind fields. All these different things kind of guide us as to what we can expect. Over here we have a hodograph, which is the wind fields and that type of stuff. So we kind of look at what we think is going to happen. This is giving us a marginal severe threat. That severe threat, the primary threat with this is going to be hail, which has been moisture that's lofted up in storms. We think it's going to get pretty tall overnight, and essentially we're going to get the leftovers, and we could see that in the form of hail. So potential for significant hail across the morning hours. The tornado threat is essentially non-existent. The high wind threat is really fairly low, and we just think there's just a marginal risk of hail for the morning. So real quick, that's our forecast. Alyssa, my daughter, call her Allie. She is performing in her first play at Grandville Wells coming up. Allie, what play are you participating in?
Oz.
And Oz is basically part of The Wizard of Oz, right?
Yeah.
Excellent. You got a few parts in that play. You pretty excited?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Can you please tell our audience when the play is going to be?
The play will be Monday, May 15th, and the show starts at 6:30 p.m.
Yeah, so do you think it'll be a pretty good show?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we hope everybody will take the opportunity to come out and support our youth and have a good show. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and it's a musical and play, right? So there's going to be some singing, there's going to be some dancing.
Yeah.
And what part are you playing in the play, Allie?
I'm going to be a munchkin, a flower, and a citizen in Oz City.
Do you have some speaking parts?
Yes.
Or do you have some singing parts?
Yes.
All right, so you hear my voice all the time. You hear her voice every once in a while. But if you want to see where she gets her natural voice and singing abilities, and we're both laughing at that, so please feel free to come out and check us out Monday, May 15th at Grandville Wells, the performance of Oz by the elementary school. So thanks for putting the plug in, Al.
You're welcome.
All right, we'll see you at the show. All right, everybody, take care. Have a safe night. We'll see you.